So a good portion of last time was mostly just sort of here's how the system works. I can't remember if we mentioned this. I found it really kind of cool how this game actually is like, yeah, you should probably do defensive maneuvers
Mm-hmm.
and boosts, which are not normally a thing with superhero games, or at least not much
Mm-hmm.
of it. This one managed to incentivize it. So, as you recall, the last bit, I tried to remember. I think was it Oren? You had. Oh yeah, you got the major twist that knocked you into essentially the theater right towards the very end.
I got blasted into a room, right?
Oh, that's what was you.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, yeah. So like, right. Oh no, that was when you actually you blasted yourself into the room. You were not you're not quite uh, braced. But where it actually like slams you into is essentially the picture we've got on Roll20. It is the theater right off of the cafeteria. There is a decent amount of seats all up in there. Double check how close is the theater to the cafeteria. There's a decent amount of seats that are in there. You have uh, up on stage. That is not as far as any. I mean, none of your characters are probably theater folk.
Nope.
Nope.
Yep. So the stage itself, it's a bit weird because that is like as you've gone by and seen stuff. This does not look like what you remember seeing there. This sort of these platforms and everything else. The lighting is on the stage itself, and there are you got the three people that are standing there. The one with the very long nose, like looking your way, and he's got just like a pocket watch in his hand. He's looking at.
Give us your best, Igor.
What do you do next?
Yeah, I groan and slowly sit up because I was blasted back, and look at the person with the extremely long nose, and then is that what the room looks like with all the blue hanging leaf?
Yeah, that's what's up on the stage.
Are those two people there as well, or is it just Igor?
Yep. Nope. It's like you basically see that, except it all fits together. It's not cartoons.
Yeah.
Like the other two look okay. Igor looks a little weird because it doesn't quite sit at the same angle as the rest of it.
I turn to look through the doors where I came from.
Mm-hmm.
Does it sound like everyone's okay?
Yeah, it's like the end of the fight. I don't remember who killed the last of the spiders.
I think I did.
Well, yeah, I think there was one spider left, and you just fucking judged that shit.
Yep. So yeah, that seems to be done.
Yeah, and then I turn back to look at them three and say, "What the fuck is going on?"
I just shrug.
Sorry.
On the stage.
PG-13. I say, "What the heck is going on?"
Yes. He goes, I've been waiting for you. Welcome to the Velvet Room. I am Igor.
Velvet.
Igor, rather. I am Igor.
Velvet.
And he kind of extends his hand. There's like three special larger seats in the very front row. These are not there in the actual building.
I look at the other two guys. Creepy man.
Right, so,
I think I'm just mouth agape. I think.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Did you send the spiders?
I am.
Was that you?
The spiders exist here. The spiders have always been here. You're in the hedge. You're in the place between reality and fairy.
I'm high. There's no way this is No. No. No.
I'd like to make a roll once he mentions that we're in like the hedge and stuff, because I've got that like researcher background and all the weird para supernatural knowledge.
Yeah, you wouldn't have to roll for that because it doesn't really fit with any. There's not
Oh,
anything to really overcome on this one. Like that actually will work if you're trying to specifically overcome something.
Sure.
Because which could be like if there's you've got to figure out how to get through something or like investigation, and yeah, overcome can be part of that.
Okay.
Yeah, you've definitely heard of like fairy and the hedge, and like your character probably knows enough to know that what we think of as fairies are like, oh, happy fun, but like they could be terrifying in different legends.
Yeah, I think I like slowly nod and go, actually, that kind of makes sense.
What do you mean it makes sense? Don't tell me you're fucking going. No, doesn't matter. This isn't real. You're not real.
The woman who's the woman who's there just kind of gives this a laugh with a tiny bit of a snort. And he goes, "You just changed into a battleship and destroyed gigantic spiders coming at you. You're the one questioning about what's real?"
Yes, I am.
Yo, that was dope as hell, by the way.
You do not. Thank you. You do not get to tell me what I think is real or not.
I'm making a quick ruling that thank you was in character. I don't know if
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
like, listen, motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct.
I mean, we're all seeing this, Ivy. We're all seeing this.
And some of you got hurt too, right?
Yeah, I got hurt.
Oh, you got hurt?
I don't
Yeah, I
think
got
anybody-
hurt.
Did anybody drop into yellow?
No.
No,
Okay.
one
so-
away.
All right.
Actually, I don't think they actually managed to hurt me.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
you're just fine.
Yeah, Colton's like, bring it!
Sorry.
Or Oren's like, bring it, motherfuckers.
No, like the opposite of bring it.
Yeah. He goes,
Stay right fucking there while I drop an axe on you.
yeah. She just goes, you were webbed up by them. You were hurt by them. Everything that just happened in there was real. And if you had died, if you'd been killed by them, you would have never made it back to the other side.
How do we get back?
Getting back will not be difficult, but you'll need some help the first time through. You'll have to find the one that brought you in here. Eleonora was unaware that you would be taken in when she went inside of when she went inside of Hoffman's shadow. You're in a different world now.
I think I'm just like nodding. Like, yeah,
Okay.
like this is weird, but from what I know, like shit, this kind of tracks.
Yeah. And because we've already talked about it and stuff, so I'm not going into all specific detail. He goes over the fact that there's cracks in all people, and as those cracks are open, they become fetchers. Basically, fairy come through, changelings come through, fill in those cracks of the person and replace them, often exiling them into the hedge while they live on their lives.
Wait, so there's just like fake people around?
They were people you once knew. They remember portions of the person's lives, but they're no longer the person that they used to be. They are now beings from another dimension, looking to make a home in your world. You've encountered some of them already.
Oh. What's Sirius doing during all
Yeah.
this?
I was gonna say, Ivy just looks at Ceres and says, "Okay, look, you are the most pragmatic realist person alive. There is no way you believe this shit, right?
You ever heard the phrase, when you rule out all possibilities, no matter what remains must be the truth?
Have we erased all possibilities? I could be in a coma right now.
A shared coma, put together with a gas attack? I pulled the whole thing down to terrorist action 2 minutes ago, right up until I chopped a spider in half with ghosts. At this point, I'm not
That was
exactly
also cool as hell.
At this point, I'm not exactly sure what's happening, or who's even trustworthy. But we're here now, so this must be reality, at least for the moment. If it isn't, we'll all plead insanity later.
Wait, you said that there's people already. How many? How many people have been taken?
And the guy in blue, Alston, just because it's nearly impossible to say, but we do know, and he points over at Saris. You have made contact with one of them.
Yeah.
Besides Hoffman.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about that.
The high school psyche is a fertile breeding ground for fairies looking to come over and take over those parts of people that are broken, that are unheard, that are not healed. The damage of life and childhood and adolescence is an easy one to slip into.
I think Ivy goes and finally sits down in one of those big chairs and just folds her arms and looks at, and is just staring at Igor grumpily.
Responds, you have your personas, though. Instead of being taken over by the things that came through, that part of you that could have been filled in by the crack was filled in by your own will and has become a part of you instead of replaced. Persona users are rare, but almost the only thing that can fight back against a changeling.
And who are you exactly? Who are you three who have the matching uniforms and...
Alston says this time, we're the attendants of the Velvet Room. The Velvet Room is a place apart from the Hedge, apart from your world, apart from all of the other ones. We exist in this place, in many ways, to help Persona users.
So we're in limbo. So...
Of a sort.
Okay.
Now, at this point, Mr. Hoffman has no idea that you are currently inside of his self. You're on the outskirts. If you go deeper within his palace, if you go deeper inside of the world that's been built up inside, he will become more aware of it. But right now, for you to return, Eleonora is your best bet. She's out there trying to discover more information on how to remove Hoffman from what's taken them over.
So Eleanor is a persona user as well?
Not as powerful as your potential. A little powerful than you are now, but the three of you have an unusual amount of power within you.
I think my tail is wagging. I don't even know. I haven't noticed I have a tail yet, by the way. But it's wagging.
Are you
Almost
sat down?
like your player
Stood
characters.
Sorry, what were you saying, Lexa?
Are you sat down or stood up?
I think at this point I've sat down.
Cool. I think I reach over and grab your tail to make it stop because it's
Eh,
been
what the-
flicking against the side of me.
What the hell? Wait, what the fuck? How long is that? What the fuck?
Yeah. Should we call you Rover or something?
Fuck off.
You need to calm down with that.
Fuck you. Alright, so in order to get out, we have to find the Mr. Hoffman. Or no, we have to find Eleanor, and then we can get out. And
Eleanor is the one, when she induced Mr. Hoffman, when she went inside of the part of the hedge that he carries with him, brought the three of you in as well.
Wait, I just wait. So she busted in to what was it? What
ISI.
was the ISI?
Yeah, the
And
in school intervention, basically
Yeah.
in school suspension.
Over here, it's called isolation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, she busted into ISI and pointed a gun at him. And then when she pulled the trigger, we were here. So was that what was that?
That was her inducing Mr. Hoffman. That was her going inside of the part of the hedge that surrounds him to discover how to hopefully free the person inside.
With a gun?
It only looks like a gun.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
It's an inducer. Weapon of some sort that you use to veil between the hedge and reality.
I mean, of course it's a fucking gun. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So now you find yourself lost in this realm. You become masters of it eventually if you survive.
And so so we find her, we can get out. So wait, if she had that gun thing, how long has she had her? How long has she known about this?
She's been a Persona user for a few years now at this point.
Cool.
She's starting to bite off more than she can chew, though.
Are there any more here?
Persona users, they're rare. In this area, very few.
And yet you got 3 of them at once.
4 of them, including her, in like back end of small town Nowheresville.
Yeah. There's a chance that you were drawn here because of the power of Mount Rainier. There's a chance that it activated something inside of you. There may be more Persona users that will rise.
But just back up at the power of Mount Rainier.
There's like a million legends about it. It's fine.
I want to go back to Seattle.
Mount Rainier is an ancient place of power. There's many like it in the world, and the more powerful ones often spawn or attract Persona users. No one's entirely sure.
Are we safe in this? The Velvet Room? Are we safe here?
In the Velvet Room, yes, but you cannot stay here. It's indefinite.
Oh, I was gonna say it would be nice to get our bearings, but this sucks.
This is the reality to which you're now awakened. It's a part of you now. Eventually, they'll discover what you are, and some may come after you.
Wait, some may come after us, like in the real world?
Yes.
Oh, great. I thought we would just get out of here and then pretend none of this happened. But you're saying that we're going to be hunted by, like, possessed people.
It was going to be a six session campaign, but I guess we can go longer. He goes, yeah, that boy, he just sort of nods. He goes, Hoffman was attempting to inundate another one, to turn her as he himself was turned at one point.
Fucking hell.
The walls between worlds are a bit thinner here than they are in other places.
So wait. So your name is Igor?
I'm Igor.
Cool
This
name.
is Cassiopeia. This is Alston.
Cassiopeia and what? Sorry?
Alston.
Alston.
Uh-huh.
She pulls out her phone. Can she take a picture of them?
Yeah.
Cool.
What you'll discover is that picture, you'll always be able to bring it up when you're in the hedge, but when you're in the real world, it will not exist on your phone.
It just doesn't exist. Yeah.
Yeah, figured. Figured.
Say cheese.
Okay, is
Still
there
got Instagram filters it.
is there anything else you can help us with right now, or are we kind of on our own now?
The first thing you need to do is get with someone who has been having her persona for a longer time. She's going to need your help relatively soon.
God damn it.
She's gone into a fetch that she is not powerful enough to face.
And you think we are?
There's a lot more power in 4 people than there are in 1, and you have much more potential than she has.
Well, that's just rude.
So which direction did she go? I would like to be out of here now.
And he sort of points out basically out the doors to the theater. Through the cafeteria, there are the doors to the outside. Leave the school; it'll be impossible to miss where she's gone.
Right.
Thanks, I guess.
Yeah, she like gets up and like.
Do you have like, I don't know, like a stick, a bat, anything?
You have a cannon ghost and one that drops guillotines. I don't think we need much in the way of physical.
Yeah, you have guns and you have a guillotine. I've got fabric. I've got a cloak.
You have a cute little tail.
Fuck off.
Who's your cute little tail?
Oh
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yeah, he said, there's no power we can give you that'll be more powerful than what you carry with you.
All right. Fine. Serious? Are we doing this? Are you doing this? I'm getting out of here.
Our shortest path out is through this woman, along with our answers and my answers. I'd say we go find her.
I'm never going back to ICI.
All right.
Okay. As you kind of head out through the cafeteria, and then as it opens up, usually like there's some builders like it's like in a residential neighborhood. A couple things are not residential across, but like you know the neighborhood right around the school. You're there all the time. This point though, when you come out of it, there's a path that leads kind of down at a sharp rate through, like it's almost like this whole thing is sort of a little bit on a cliff face, and as it goes down, it just kind of like carves its way down through some rock. But it's not particularly thick because then it opens up into like this larger hill. And at the bottom of it, you see this sprawling. It's like this metropolis almost, but instead of the buildings themselves are all kind of like brutalist structures. They're ugly. They're concrete. They may have windows, but it's like maybe on one side, from what you can see. And overall, the overall just looks very not particularly inviting, to say the least.
If that's where things look different, then maybe that's where there's a lot of activity. I don't know. That's my best guess.
Okay, on the way down, right now there's no other place to go at this point. Like as you sort of look like at the very far edges of when you look right and left, the world just sort of seems to fade. There's just a point where it just seems to be like a nothingness, but it's a little hard to like see exactly where the nothingness stops. Because when you try to focus on a place, it seems to shift a little bit.
Great.
And the sky overhead is it's like a gray overcast, but you're not seeing any place where like the sun might actually be. Like you can't see that one lighter patch. As you get closer, there are parts of the there's parts of there's some fires in parts of it. You're not seeing many people on the streets. You're seeing a few sort of running, but very quickly, like between buildings or between cover, and they're keeping kind of a nervous eye out.
Wait, who's keeping a nervous eye out?
Like they're the people that you see. You see them kind of like look out of the building and then like run from one building to another, or possibly behind cover. Like some of the cars that line the streets, and some of which just seem like people just got out of them during traffic, maybe. And they'll go and they'll kind of duck between them and very carefully kind of check as they are heading in between those cars going towards other buildings.
Do they look human?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
They're probably either other victims or fairies, and there's no way to know right now, so we should probably just steer clear. If that's how this is, if this all works how it's supposed to, then.
At which point you see like a insectoid like creature, like almost like a millipede. Like come like up and over a building and then almost like partly fall, but it's still like clamped onto the building on its hindquarters, and fall onto one of the people in the middle of the street. You kind of hear a scream as its head kind of ducks down, and there's like a scissoring of something.
How big is it?
You're guessing it's about as big as a semi truck. Think a tanker truck.
Immediately, like her hair stands on end, and she just like instinctively just fucking grabs onto can we put our characters' names on the roll 20?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ivy brackets Alexa.
There we go.
Thank you. Yeah, she like just Wyatt, who's next to her, she just like immediately just reaches over and clamps onto his arm with her hand, and he's just like the very very like telltale response of holy fuck, I do not like bugs.
Yeah, and why doesn't either? And so we just fall over.
Yeah, she's just like backing the fuck up.
As it kind of like it rears up to come down on someone else, and you see it looks kind of like the woman you saw before, but transformed in a similar way to you. Each of you are like you're all recognizable, but different. Like you can kind of see at least parts of each other, depending on how different you look. But she sort of comes out. She like lifts up a hand, which glows with energy for a moment, and from the clouds, lightning sort of strikes down on it, and she waves to the other person who's running across the street to come to her. It like rears up, but she's clearly been like she's bloody and clearly hurt. As this girl that ran across the street like basically plummets into her, and they disappear inside of the building.
Was that Eleanor? And just like
Eleonora?
Yeah. And she like squeaks and sort of like gets up and goes behind the only person who remains standing, I'm guessing.
Yeah. So you're not quite in the city yet. What do y'all do?
I mean, that was no one else is doing magic shit.
Oh my fucking god.
She looked like she was in trouble.
Do we
And,
have
like,
to, do we have
Grimaces and looks to Sirius like, God, I don't want to be looking to you for help, but I am, because I know you're competent. I just hate that you are.
All that we can do is find our target as fast as possible. Policy of minimum interaction is probably best.
So we should chase after her, but not talk to anyone. Did I get that right?
As best we can. You said this is a fey realm full of strange people and things. The more you interact with it, the more trouble we're just asking for.
I mean, yeah.
Okay. Please tell me that was the only giant millipede. Oh my god.
Well,
I know, I
lucky-
hate...
Let's just go.
Luckily for you, the next you see is not a giant millipede, but more of like a stag beetle.
Yeah, I think okay. So millipedes are fucking creepy as shit.
Uh-huh.
And like stag beetles are less so, but she's still got that whole thing of like, I really like don't like bugs expression.
Fortunately, neither are carnivores, so we're in the clear for the moment.
I don't think that stopped them.
I
And
said
like,
You ever seen a millipede kill a mouse?
no, stop.
yeah, no thanks. I'm good actually. But yeah, so yeah, I guess like at least my vote is like, let's go after her. Let's go in that building. Like, we got it. She looked like she was in trouble, and if she's our way out, we need her alive.
Okay. So, for this, what I'm going to do is make a quick note here, partly to let us know. What? That did not come in real well. That'll work. To help remind us what ones have been used and what ones have not. Now, one of the things that overcome and such can be done is like actually getting towards the place, like getting through some of the cars and the other things that are in the way.
Mm-hmm.
Can get you into the location. Make that smaller. So we've got those. These will. Another thing I did, which let me show a rollable table.
Don't like that. Oh.
So this will be.
Hold on, so you said it was a stag beetle?
That's one of them. There are others.
Okay.
Okay.
Great.
So one thing I did is I went and I made a rollable table, and the rollable table is that turn tracker. So now I can just go up here and then just hit like choose side, and I can just say I can fill it in however we need to. So that'll be for the turn tracker. So environments actually can take turns as well, which means other things sort of happening along the way. And let me see if I can pull up checkboxes. So one of the things you actually need to do is get down there, which require a couple overcome things to get through. You've got like cars in the way, you've got to the distance, you've also got them sort of coming in to attack, and there may be some other things that happen because of the environment as well. And these work. For right now, I'll just pull. Let's do this. GM info. There. So for each of you, you're looking at we'll probably say total about 6 overcomes to sort of get closer.
Okay.
And what these other ones represent are the large insects. This is more for initiative aspects. It's for both the environment, the insects, and y'all. So as you go down, I'll be removing some of those things, and also show you how the environment can work. But you've got some distance between you and safety.
Have the big bugs noticed us?
Not yet at this point. Once you start doing stuff, like if you get in there, that'll start happening.
Okay. Yeah, I think she says, so we have to go through them.
I don't see any other way.
Okay. They haven't noticed us yet, and if we're gonna have to go through them, we're gonna have. If we.
I think my magic ghost thing can like make them turn around and stuff.
Do you want to be able to distract them?
Well, no, just like if they spot us, I'll turn them around real quick, and then you can hide or something.
Oh,
I don't know.
If any of you have pictures of your personas if you want to like throw them into the chat, so I can use those to help us remember who's gone and who hasn't.
Okay.
Yeah, not a huge thing right this second. Just something to keep in mind. We
Yeah.
basically end up using them as for tokens to help remember who's gone and who's yet to go.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what do you do? So you've got all the cars in between here and there. You've got other buildings, such some of which are on fire in the way. Like things in general are a little rough.
Got any ideas, class prez?
Can you just like guillotine them all right now? Is that how your ghost works?
I think I need time. I could certainly drop a blade on them, but execution might be a little much.
Uh-huh. Extremely normal, cool things, good things to say right now. Actually, yeah, okay.
Are the beetles next to cars?
Some of them, others are kind of popping out and starting to fill the area. You see like a large variety of them.
Yeah. She's clenching and unclenching her fists and says, "If we can get them next to the cars, I'm fairly sure I could go for the fuel in the cars, and the cars would explode.
Oh,
As
okay.
far away as possible, I would prefer.
God damn it! I can get them close to the cars.
Also, if you tell anyone that I'm afraid of insects, I will murder you. I will kill you. I will
Fucking
kill you.
chill. We're all. Do you see where we are right now? Is that really a worry right now?
Yes.
Fuck off. Okay, I can try and get them close to the cars. Serious? Do you want to back me up?
I'll help how I can. But I'm not familiar with exactly what the skill set is right now.
None of us are. That's why I wanted time in the Velvet Room. I was going to say, oh, can we practice with our personas or whatever? But they're like, oh no, you can't stay here. We're assholes. You're only safe for a little bit.
I mean, do we have any clue that these things will just attack us if we even wander nearby?
Did you see that millipede? It dropped on that guy. Oh my, no.
Yeah, they're going to come for us. They're not going to ignore us.
Should we try setting off a car alarm and see if it prefers bigger prey?
Yeah, I can. Well, no, if you. Do any of your guns have silencers?
What gun?
Her guns. Didn't you see her guns? Her skull guns.
I apologize. I was a bit focused.
She's got skull guns. They're creepy, but also they shoot things, so I like them.
Silenced. The only thing I can really remember clearly of earlier was the big explosion noises. I don't think
so
I
no
can control it to be silent.
Okay, then
all Lex is hearing is.
Just in case you did that, Ma, and just like rubbed her ear, like Ma.
I guess out of all three of us, your guillotines or whatever the fuck make noise.
You were very flashy. You were very flashy.
Yeah, I know. Okay, I can try and. Yeah, okay. I'll go around try and set off a car alarm. If I get into shit, y'all gotta fucking pull me out of it, okay? Don't fucking leave me here.
I mean, do we just have a brick?
Is there a brick?
Yeah, it won't be hard to find something.
Oh.
Or rocks, or that should be fine.
Just toss it at the windshield from here.
After you.
Yeah, just huck it at a side window a couple cars down.
Okay, go ahead and make an overcome.
I don't know what that is or what.
Okay, so based on overcome roll, it sort of depends. Whatever die result you get will depend on the thing. So, anytime you make a roll, it's one of your powers, one of your qualities, and then in this case, it'll be your green, your green die.
So power quality. I can't see all of the powers. Once again, like.
I'm only showing one each for you.
Yeah, I entered them all in.
Really? I see my 3 powers.
No, but I mean for Orin.
Oh.
What
I
happened
entered
to
them all in, but it
I
always
see
redirects someone.
Executioner's Aura, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, do her. Go ahead, close
I'm-
yours out, and then open it back up and see what happens.
Closing out. Opening back up. Still one of each. But I have 10s on different things, so I slash roll.
Or you can just roll off the character sheet on just the die roll or hit the D / whatever.
There's a button at the top that says basic action. Should I click that?
Yeah, the problem is though, what you need to do is you need to click on which power, which quality, and then the environment should be green.
Power, quality, green. And only like the check mark boxes,
Yeah.
because it only lets me highlight one at a time.
No,
Or
when,
no,
when,
it
when, when you
just
hit,
a-
when you do that for the powers, what happens is it shows up underneath.
Hmm.
Do you see right underneath add? There are two.
Yeah.
What those are is that's where it goes when you click on it. Like this is what I'm actually. This is what I'm kind of wondering. What's the name of one of your other powers?
Okay, so what did I put them? I'm gonna have to put them up. Like I had Judgment's Blade and
What
that was a
die size?
D10.
Okay. And did you have another one, or was that the only one?
I had one more, but I've got to boot up the regular sheet, and I'm trying not to let the vacuum cleaner noise in, but it's not working.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Here, let me pull up. Because I have a feeling what you might have done is actually put the information in the in those two that are where they go to.
Blade of Judgment and Sinner's Bond was the other power.
Yeah. So Sinner's Bond, D8. You have Unstoppable Truth.
Then Blind Justice and Judge and Jury.
Now, do you see all of those?
Let me close this down and pull this back up. Yes, now I can see them.
Okay, I
Yay.
have a feeling what you did is you may have put the other ones in those two that are underneath, because those, if you click on any of those check boxes, that'll appear in the bottom.
All right then. How strange.
Yeah, like I said it doesn't kind of tell you real well what it does.
Sentinel
click.
Dwarf Fortress.
Yeah.
I'll click basic action now to see.
And no modifiers. Okay. Mid die is a 5, which means you succeed, but with a minor twist. And in this case, it goes whoop, 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 whoop. As it starts to go off, there are a couple of the insects sort of turn and hear it. Some of them actually see you and start moving the way of the three of you. Who do you want to give initiative over to?
Let's go with Ivy.
Nope. Okay, what does she do? She Okay, how close are they? Are they going to be able to reach us by next turn? By their turn?
Okay. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to now remove one of the obstacles. Yeah, they're on their way. They move relatively quick. So like as they go up, as people go, I'm going to move their name further up to show that they've already been used.
I wanted to do this, like, if they pass over next to a car, like if they're weaving through cars to get to us, I want to like aim for the fuel tank of one of those cars and blow them the fuck up.
All right.
So yeah, like she sees them coming towards her, and she like does like a squeal that if she ever comes to realize that you two heard, she would beat the shit out of you.
Yeah, it's like no, 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 no,
Yeah,
no.
yeah, and just like points, and then like her like giant like weird monster persona friend appears and just starts blowing the shit out of the car.
Okay, so you're essentially attacking one of the minions with that one. It sounds like.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to like use the environment to sort of like
Mhm.
take a bunch out if I can. That one. 5. God damn it. What's a good roll?
Well, so what happens here is essentially I'm saying here because like you've got groups of minions on their way. Now this is not just like a single bug because there's most of them are fairly large, but not as large as that millipede. So like there's a bunch sort of coming your way, and what this is doing is sort of attacking one of those. Like exploding a car is actually a lot harder than a lot of people think. So you've got that 5. So I'm rolling up one of the d6s, one of the like larger ones coming. So when I make a roll, and as long as I'm underneath, that d6 one is destroyed.
Okay.
Like a minion goes away if it rolls if it rolls its die. If it rolls underneath the damage, it goes away. If it rolls above your damage, it goes down 1 die size.
Okay.
So that's the minion rules.
Oh,
Well,
so
no matter what, if you attack a minion, they're getting hurt.
Yep.
so there's 2 d6s and 3 d8s left.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, that makes sense.
Who do you want to give initiative over to? Remember, there is also taking care of the obstacles in the way.
Yeah, Wyatt.
Okay. I think. I wonder if there's a thing I can do here where I make all the car alarms go off with my persona to like disorient them all and buy us some time. Like I'm essentially taking the noise from the one car alarm and like directing it into all the other cars with enough force that all their other alarms go off.
If you do that, what I'll do is make an overcome that will take off one of the, depending on how well you do, it'll take off one of the obstacles, and we might have it like just slow them up in fiction a little bit.
Yeah,
Like
I
you
think that's
won't
what
be
I'm gonna
attacked
do.
by as many.
Yeah, so my cloak pops off my thing and just like starts spinning around like my arm as it's pointing to the car alarm. I'm like, don't know what you're doing, but please work. So this is misdirection, creativity. Please stay checked. Okay, you don't want to stay checked, that's cool. Hopefully you'll
Oh no!
work.
Wait, what isn't staying checked?
Is
Is it a power? No. What
power
happens is when you check those.
they go into the boxes.
Like
That's
I
what you were
said,
saying earlier.
once you see it, you're like, oh, that makes sense. But Jesus Christ, they don't make.
Yeah. All right, there we go. No modifiers. Well, that's pretty good. That ain't bad.
So, in 8. So in 8 is action completely succeeds on an overcome.
Hell yeah.
So that action completely succeeded. And I'm also going to have it so it's going to distract them a bit. Like they were sort of on their way, but they're not going to be able to necessarily attack you. So I'm going to have them recovering a little bit, but the environment is going to take its turn. So what I do for those, I take the environment, I roll its 3 dice. Whoop. Oh, I need those to appear separately. There we go. Oh, 3, 7, and 4. So the 4 is the one. So then what happens is there are major and minor twists in like green, yellow, and red things I'm able to use. So for them, I'm going to go ahead and take... who has the lowest health?
I am at 24.
Don't think I got hit, so I still
28.
have. I should still have my. It says 35.
Okay, yeah, you're good.
Damn.
So the following statuary that takes the environment's dice, attack the hero with the lowest health with the mid die.
Uh-huh.
So you'll take 4 points of damage.
I'm in yellow.
Yeah, as it kind of hits, there's parts of the stuff that fall. So now what it's going to do. Oops, sorry. Let's choose side because that will uh, put it into the. So the first thing it does, it actually advances the turn tracker by one, beginning of the environment's turn. The environment then is going to pass it. This is the next turn because everybody's gone. It's going to pass it to the insects.
Mm-hmm.
Since they did not go last time. At this point, there's the ones that come kind of closest to you. Each of you are going to have one come after you. As these things are sort of leaping, the ones that are coming forward are almost like crickets. I'm going to go to that order: Saris, Ivy, and Wyatt down the side where I've got them right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do the same thing with what's coming at you as far as yeah, the ones that attack you, Saris, you're looking at 2 points. Ivy for 6, and then Wyatt for 5.
So
All right.
6, because I'm armored, I get -1, so I take 5 damage.
Yep.
So I just take 5 damage.
Yes.
Damn.
2, but I get a counterattack.
Okay.
Oh my god, I'm almost at red range already.
Yeah, that blasted me into yellow.
Well, hey, that's good.
There's
Kinda.
the mod.
So 2. Okay, one of those d6s becomes a d4. Yeah, those they're on you, just like these. They're mandibles. Like when they're little, you don't think much of them, but when they're bigger, they draw a lot more attention to
Wait,
themselves.
Wyatt or oh, was that you attacking them? Or
No, I've got an ability that goes off when they hit me in melee range.
Right.
Yeah, so
'Cause I'm made out of blades.
Yeah, and then I rolled the to see if it was above his, which it was. So one of those d6s is a d4. So yeah, one of the things to keep in mind. So like as you're getting a little hurt with these, when you get all of the obstacles down, you have made it to the place. So they're gonna hand it over to. Let's go to. Well, we'll go to the heroes. You can choose who wants to actually take it.
Who wants to take it?
I mean, I know what Ivy's gonna do.
I know what I'm gonna do. It's buff everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Then
wanna
go
buff?
first.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, so I think at this point, like, I like fall into one knee, breathing heavily. I'm like, yell out, like, Ariel, help! And it just starts spinning around me so fast that I can like see through it. And it's going to attempt to analyze our enemies.
Okay.
So that is a boost with analytics. So I will do that. So analytics. This is creativity again, probably, and then I'm in yellow. Please be good.
Nice.
But I boosted the minimum die. So it's a 4 boost.
It's honestly the same. Those are both +2.
Okay.
Yeah,
and it boosts all attacks and overcomes by allies and is persistent.
Yeah, so it's make it persistent, which means it will. Persistent basically means it remains.
Is this against one enemy or lots?
Persistent means you keep that bonus. So
it says all attacks and overcomes.
Yeah, but persistent means it doesn't go away the next time you use it.
Yeah, and so I think what happens is like
everything forever.
Attacks and overcomes
for the scene.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think what it looks like is like it's spinning around me, and I start seeing this like the opalescent glitter from Ariel like starts shimmering and giving me kind of like a weird like magical HUD, and then like the same thing gets like copied over to you all.
So basically, all of you now have a +2 to overcome and attacks.
Who are you passing off to?
I think I'm gonna pass it off to.
What does yours do besides if it does with minimum die? What's the other part of your it's the persistent. It's the persistent to your allies.
Yeah.
Yep. Never mind.
Okay. It sounded like you knew what you wanted to do, Ivy.
Sure.
Okay, then I'll pass to you.
When Giant Bug jumps on her and like takes a bite out of her and it fucking touches her with its fucking gross bug mandibles, She fucking freaks out, like screams, and her persona, even though she doesn't ask it to, is gonna full broadside. It's just gonna start firing at anything and everything. Cool. So I attack up to 3 different targets using explosive firepower. Apply your max dice of 1 mid to it. Yeah. If I roll doubles, take a minor twist or take damage against that die. Cool. So I am being explosive firepower. I'm being aggressive right now, and I am yellow die, but it's all the same. Basic. Oh, sorry. These will get +2s, right?
Yep.
Okay. So
Is that the mod? Is that where the mod goes in?
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
I should have done that. So that 12 should have been a 14. Doesn't matter. One just dies.
Yeah.
The 4 is a 6.
All right.
I'm gonna apply this. I'm applying these all to like say the most powerful ones.
The D8s.
Well, whichever one was
Okay.
on her,
Oh,
and
so-
then the other 2 to
Okay. So you want to go after like the 3 D8s or like a D8 and like one of them. That 12 I'm assuming is going towards one of the D8s.
yeah. If there's a D8 on her, that most powerful one is going directly into the face of the one that's on
Yeah,
her.
we'll say that one goes, and then there's the D4 and the D3. Do you want to, or the 4 and the 3 rather? Do you want those to go against D4, D6, or D8?
I'll use the D6 that I have against a D8.
The 3. So what I'll do is I'll roll.
Well, I have a 6 and a 5 because I need to just up those by 2.
Oh, that's right. So it's a 5. Okay, so
a 6
5
against the D8 and a 5 against the D6. Let's say.
So what was 6 against the D8?
Yes, and then the 5. Oh my god.
So one of those
Fuck
D8s,
off.
but it becomes a D6,
Uh-huh.
And then the 5
then-
again, the D6 that was already there.
and then roll the D6.
Ooh.
Had a 5, so
Jesus
another D6 becomes a D4.
Yeah.
All right, who are you handing it off to?
Sarah's kill.
Okay, let's get some attacks going then. Yeah, let's bring up the blades. I've still got everything tapped up, I think. Yep. And let's bring down the blade. 6, it looks like.
All right, and that's on which level? Which die size?
That's on a D10, it looks like.
No, I mean against. There's the D8, the 2D4s, the D6. You got like a fairly large one. You've got a larger one that's been injured, and then you've got some of the smaller ones.
Let's finish off the larger one that's been injured.
So I roll its D6, 2. That one goes away.
Yay!
Because he just kind of smashed underneath. Oh, so that actually means that's all 3 of y'all. It goes to the environment. We're now in yellow.
So now that means even if you're not in yellow health, you can activate yellow stuff?
Yep. I will say at that point, what's now happened is you hear screaming up above you. And let me put these over here. You're screaming up above you as one of the buildings that you did damage to. There's a whole bunch of people up on top of it, screaming and begging for help. As part of the rest of that roof is starting to crumble. So for that one, either it can be something be overcome to keep the building intact. You can save the civilians. This is also, I'll make a note here, this track here is to get to safety. And there's one of those things where if civilians die, you do get hit with a hinder when those happens, because a good portion of this still feels real enough and affects things real enough, even though it's not the real world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think she says loudly while she's like after like stomping on the bug corpse a few times, says, "Why are there people here?"
I don't know, but if Eleanor were saving them, she knows a lot more about this than we do. We should help.
You two want to see what you can do, and I'll see if I can keep these things busy.
Got it.
Okay, I will have environment in this case. We'll pass it back to the heroes.
Cool. So who's going? Who's going?
I went first last time, so one of y'all maybe.
Yeah, guillotine. Guillotine.
I was gonna try to wrap them all because we got access to yellow abilities now.
Ooh.
Do it.
I want to look at your yellows.
I believe I have a. Yeah, I've got a Death's Presence, which is a mass freeze.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, let's use Death's Presence on this. Let's freeze them all. I don't believe that affords me any kind of action, but I roll it as if you change environment status to yellow. So I get a bigger dice.
Oh right, you get bigger dice. It must be nice.
So what is yours? What does your thing do?
It's an. It's a like an AOE freeze. Like a
Does it hinder?
yeah.
Okay,
You
so
could use your max.
what does it hinder with?
Hinders with. Hold on. I'm still getting used to this damn thing. Freeze using max dice.
Nice.
A 9, which means, I'll make a note, they are all -3 as far as the frost. Are these, so is it actual cold or is it just the
It's
the
like
aura?
spectral chains.
Yeah, as
Damn.
those go, reach out and start to kind of grab onto them, that is going to be holding them back a little bit. Do you want to pass it off to the insects or one of your people?
Let's pass it off to Wyatt. Go save some people.
All right, so here we go. What's gonna happen is Wyatt doesn't know how to stop a building from collapsing. So what Wyatt's gonna do is they're gonna yell out to Ariel, who's going to do the like. We were talking about this just 2 weeks ago. I think Lexa, I was talking to you about it in Final Fantasy Advent Children, where people are in midair and throwing each other in midair.
Yeah.
So what happens is Wyatt jumps up, then Ariel like propels Wyatt up over and over again, until they get to the civilians, and they're actually going to try and like use Ariel as a parachute and like grab someone. They are very scrawny, and this is difficult.
Okay. All right. Do you want to make your overcome?
I would love to make an overcome. So
And also
this
remember,
is-
if any of your overcomes go along with your
I think this is this could maybe be principle of superiority. Like I'm skilled and competent, where it's like I've been in here for like 10 minutes. I'm like, oh yeah, I can definitely save these people from a falling building. I'm gonna show you how it's done. I won't hesitate to carve my own path ahead.
Yeah, and
I
you're
feel
also you're also kind of you're also on carve your own path. You're also heading straight into danger by running up basically jumping up onto the building to get the people and do that stuff.
Yeah.
So
All
yeah,
right.
make sure make a note. Everyone, go ahead and click a hero point.
Where's the hero points on the sheet?
At the very bottom, hero points this issue.
Oh.
Oh wait, is it hero points this issue or unspent hero points?
Hero points in this issue.
Okay.
But we also
Alright.
we also put it into unspent hero points, right?
Not yet, because those are what you do at the beginning of the next one.
Okay.
All right, and that doesn't affect my rolls at all, right? I still roll normally.
Yep.
Okay, then this is, if anything, momentum absorption. I imagine like I'm like doing the like near miss thing you do in like Burnout Paradise or other car games, where like you skirt just by a rock and skimming the momentum off of it to get the lift I need.
Okay.
So momentum absorption, show off for sure. All right, and then yellow die. Let's see how this fucking goes.
Orange.
At least I've got the boost.
10.
All right, hell yeah.
So why did it choose the top die? Oh, because of the +2. It chose the 6 plus the 8. 8 is action completely succeeds. As you got several of them are kind of sort of parachuting down, but you still kind of find yourself on like a piece of Do we want to go a little bit anime with how all the physics works?
If you ever say that to me, I'm always gonna say yes.
Yeah, you're still like in a thing where you're sort of falling down a chunk of the roof with other people sort of still on it. So that part is still coming down. The civilians have not all been rescued, but you've rescued a bunch of them. Who are you handing it off to?
I'm gonna hand it off to Ivy. Fuck them up.
So the people have been saved.
Some of them, right?
There's still one more overcome to finish that up entirely.
Okay. Yeah. What she's gonna do is like, so her like persona hovers, right, and she's sat on it. So what she's gonna do is she's gonna like rush over on sat on it, and then like start hovering up the side of the building real fast until she like reaches where they are, and like she has like lots of little like hovering little like mouth things like that go with her, and so she's gonna like try and pick up a bunch of people with the mouths, and then like the little mouths are going to pick up other people as well, and we're just going to lift them up and hover them down.
Jesus Christ.
Don't be afraid of the big bitey things that are going to bite you. They're not going to bite you hard.
Yeah, I think I'm taking the fact that she's like a fucking giant battleship that can like just easily lift these people. She's just fucking made out of metal. Yeah, let's go with.
Oh, what was the name of your persona again? It had a really good name. It was that.
It'll be somewhere.
Oh, I'll find it. I'll find it. It's that lady.
Was that game a phone game that it's from?
Oh no, that's from
the pictures.
That's from Cancol. It's an anime.
That's a phone game. Yeah.
Oh, it is a phone game.
Yeah, Cancol is a.
Of course, it's a gacha. Of course,
it's a gacha game.
Of course, it's a gacha. What am I thinking?
Oh, +2.
I can't find the name of your.
Is that one of those ones that are only in Japan?
No, there's English. I know there's a European that the Americans are boofing, but I don't know if it's fully.
Hey, that +2 helped.
Yeah, it did. It got 6.
All right. So in this case, it will succeed, but with a minor twist. So how about for your minor twist? No, I'm not going to kill. Like, hero must make a difficult choice as part of the action. It's like there's a child or a mother you're able to save. Now we'll go instead with we'll do this. It's going to escalate as things get more dangerous. As you manage to sort of get the rest of them and fall, and parts of the building actually fall like on you as you hit, but it hits the persona and they just sort of crumbles off of it. It's one of those things where as you hit the ground, weirdly well before it, you're just sort of on that battleship like thing from it and just sort of falls, but it has moved one more towards the yellow.
Okay.
So I believe is that all three of you now?
Yep.
Yeah,
all right.
We saved the people.
So the insects at this point, I'm going to once again head down.
Damn.
Yeah, I have you got one that'll hit you for 1.
Can that go to 0?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you've got the thing, and then also the ones that are coming after like Ivy, you get like chomped on a little bit, but the armor plating stops you. The other two, like both Saris and Wyatt, they're kind of like they try to leap towards you, but those chains are sort of holding them in. However, those chains only last for a single turn. So now that those are gone, and they first pass it to the environment. So the environment will once again go one forward. And some of the destruction as it hit, it fell like through like parts of the street itself, like crumbled in, and up comes all of these like all of this sort of just goo and sludge and other disgusting stuff. And there's going to be a hinder next turn for everybody of, damn it, Wait, did it? Can I actually see what got rolled?
You rolled a 3.
Yeah, you rolled. You rolled a. Oh, no,
That
I
was-
can't see.
Yeah, because
Yeah, no,
it
that's weird.
didn't actually work because the other one had a 1. What the fuck?
Well, just
Okay,
re-roll.
Nope, let me do
Yes,
it.
it's- Yeah, that's
Roll
weird.
D6, D8, D10. Okay, so in the yellow one, it actually will hinder with the max die, which means right now everyone is going to have a -3. There's going to be a -3 across the thing to all actions,
Christ.
Damn.
which, however, might help you because it's then going to pass to the bugs. As they, while now free of the chains that have been put on them, that'll be -3, nothing. And we'll say there's one kind of comes over at Saris because he's the one that knocked them all down. And Saris, the bigger one that leaps up at you, having seen you as more of a threat, hits you for 5 points.
Okay, I'll take that.
Yeah. And it's like, it starts, it like crunches into your shoulder. And they'll pass it off to y'all.
Hold on, I get to smack him first.
Oh, that's right.
Hell yeah. What a good ability.
Watch for the next fight where it's only ranged combat.
Damn. At least he got knocked down.
Oh.
Oh wait, no, I haven't scrolled down all the way yet. Whoops. Well, at least he got knocked down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it hits it and does a bit of damage on there. All
Which
right.
one was that? Was that D4 or the D6 one?
That was a D8.
Oh, okay, so it went down to D6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Pass it to the heroes. Who goes?
Who goes?
Remember, you still got four overcomes to get to safety.
Mhm.
And the one thing you
Okay.
are aware of is that you can take these 3 out, but there are more out there that will show up, and probably before too long if you don't get moving relatively quick.
Okay. Does killing these things count as overcoming, or?
No, that's just sort of attacking them.
Okay.
Like it may give you a temporary breather, but there are more boiling towards you.
Okay. I know what I'm gonna try and do then.
Feel free.
Yeah, I'm just gonna fucking use my giant battleshipness to just charge and just ram, like, push cars out the way and stuff and just try and get the shortest path,
Hmm.
clear a path through. So I'm armored plating, I'm aggressive. Yep. This is a -3 though, right?
But +2 because of the
Oh.
persistent
May
boost you
analyze.
got.
One,
Yeah.
3. God damn it. Those are terrible.
Okay, so the 3 it action fails or succeeds with a major twist.
Ooh.
We'll probably have you succeed.
Okay.
Oh, this will be interesting. You lose access to multiple abilities.
Oh, good.
Do me a favor. Roll 2d3. Yeah, your armored, basically armored plated and your explosive firepower. The persona itself is sort of hurt enough as you're making its way through that some of it sort of fades. Your doom and gloom is still around, but it'll be a couple turns before you can actually do that. You
So
have,
my
however,
explosive. Oh Christ! Okay.
Mhm.
So the principles, I wasn't able to like come up with the details of the principles. I know what they are.
What are they?
Principle of hunger. So
And what's the other one?
principle of emotion, a principle of hunger. So, and one of the things is like if you overcome a situation in a way that is alongside your principles.
Yeah, these ones so far probably not. I mean, a lot of those will be outside of combat situations.
Yeah.
They'll occasionally be in combat, but yeah, that's one. We've now got the full list of those to look through
Yeah.
to get an idea. All right, yeah, you have taken one of them down. Who do you want to? One of the. We got 3 more overcomes to get to safety.
Cool. I'm going to give it to. Let's give it to Ceres.
Yeah, we're just trying to disengage and overcome to get out of here.
Yeah, pretty much. Just trying to get your way to safety.
Yeah. I'm just gonna try to pull like away from these bugs that are eating me, and maybe even run like defense with my blades.
Mm-hmm.
Do have an armor property or a defense property. These abilities are not as strong as my attacking abilities.
Mm-hmm.
This is your overcome?
Yeah.
Okay. So that will succeed, but with a minor twist. Yeah, let's actually take 4 points of damage on your way out.
Gotcha.
As you're working your way through, right now it is kind of hell getting through the other ones that have shown up that are weaker, but still will kind of hold you back. And who do you want to hand it off to?
And I don't think. Yeah, Wyatt's left, right?
Yep.
Pass it to Wyatt.
Okay. So I think so. I'm still on this like rock that's falling.
Oh, should
or
I
something?
you forgot to use the. Did you forget to? Or you didn't use the -3 that was still on there from the sludge?
Yeah.
Okay, so in that case, actually, that makes it. It still succeeds, but it'll be a major one. So instead of the 4 points, also go ahead and add 7 to that.
So take 13.
Yeah, you're gonna take a bunch of damage on that.
Whoa.
Because
Jesus.
because you'll have a 1 on your, which is it fails or succeeds with a major twist. And one is gonna be max or minimum dice
Jesus.
for a
This
major.
system don't play around. Although I guess 0 HP doesn't mean you die in this game.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You're
forgot about that.
you're also not as powerful as you will be.
Yeah. Okay, so I think seeing as I've been like they're rushing through and they're getting hurt, so I think what I'm doing is I'm gonna try and like have Ariel pull me and land to like try and keep pace with them while I still have a high position, but what I'm actually doing here, like the focus of my action, is trying to misdirect all the bugs, just like make them all just like turn face, like get a lashing at each other. I'm not, to be clear, I'm not attacking. It's very much just like buy us some time. So I think that counts as overcoming this.
Okay.
Because at this point, it sounds like they're so crowded that they're part of the challenge. Okay, so misdirection. I feel like this is showing off again, unfortunately. I'd love the more bigger dice. Roll bigger dice. And then mods -1 total. That's a 5.
Yeah, that will succeed with a minor twist. Yeah, so as you do it, your mid-level die, that's what, a D8? Yeah. As you said you're going through them, another minion kind of notices you. This one is a D8.
Uh-huh.
Which is what it's created. But however, would you like to hand it... God damn it. Would you like to hand it off to the other hero?
Oh, I would love to hand it off to the other hero.
Because we're getting kind of close to the end. Let me just do this. D6, D8, D10. All right, that'll be a 2. She kind of pokes her head out from the thing, and once again, like raises her fist, and like lightning comes and just like creates a barrier in between as the bugs are coming to take care of that last overcome. But as it does, she's like, whoever reaches her first, she kind of collapses into them, as that has seemed to taken the rest of the fight out of her. And do all of you basically like rush into the building with the other survivors?
Yeah.
All right.
I guess Ivy sort of like catches, because she was barreling through these cars like fucking beelining. I
Mhm.
think her like she and her like persona catches her as she falls.
Yeah. And then might be able to head in. Yeah, if you catch her, then when you're inside, it's like totally dark for a moment before a light comes on. And actually, considering I need to be there in like half an hour, this might not be a bad place to end for today.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Cool. So yeah, a few things we're getting once you get sort of environment and other stuff involved. If it ever gets to the end of Red, the scene ends and something bad has happened. like in this one, it probably would have been like the like that building got entirely swarmed and you saw people being killed left, right, and center, and now you're in a place where you may have found a place of safety that was somewhere else, but things have gotten worse. So like if it ever gets to the end of a track, that means some bad shit's just gone. And I'll kind of be figuring out like, well, what's going to be a good amount of. And this may help with the new parts of the rules that have been put out, but what's like a good amount of obstacles to overcome, stuff along those lines.
Yeah, that was dope.
Cool. Yeah, we had a shorter session because we had all that stuff in there, and then I got to take off here at 8. But cool, yeah. So we got next week with everybody, and then nothing the week after. Or no, next week Oren's not free.
Yep.
Okay. So
And then the
like,
week after, you're not free, right?
yeah, that'll be post Gen Con. I have a feeling Oren will also probably be a little beat.
I'll probably be dead that Monday.
Yeah,
So the 12th is when we'll next meet?
looks like it.
Cool.
All right.
So we got 1 hero point from this issue.
I would go ahead and leave those for now. We'll add those all together later.
No worries.
We'll let it be a thing that we'll kind of consider the next couple things one issue, because right now we've not had a ton of time. When you actually look at like a game session, we'd have been like halfway through a game session at this point. It was like a 3 or 4 hour game.
Yeah.
So
All right.